The last cow standing finally brought down in the dark. The final steer was wrangled some 17 hours after a tractor-trailer crash sent the bovines running through metro Atlanta.
Lawless livestock. More than 70 cows were corralled, but one remained on the loose until late this evening.
That bull hopped a wall and waded through the Chattahoochee River. And while the search was led by an army of law enforcement, the takedown was carried out by an elite few.
Fox 5's George Franco joins us live in Sandy Springs near Rays on the River, where that takedown happened. George.
Well, Russ, Anthony, the last of the runaway steers was captured in the woods behind me here about 2 hours ago, ending a very long day of cattle chaos in this area. They called in the cowboys to round up the last of the cattle, a young bull who spent hours eluding Sandy Springs Police, Animal Control, and others in the woods behind a vacant restaurant on Powers Ferry Road. The stubborn steer was safely placed in a trailer after a bit of a tussle with police earlier.
He charged at a couple of our officers, hit a couple of them in the knees, so I don't think they're going to have any kind of serious injuries, but we're taking them to the hospital, let them get checked out.
At one point, one of the loose cattle ended up in the water, only adding to the confusion and chaos of rounding up the herd, which escaped from an overturned truck on the Cloverleaf at Interstate 75 and 285 in the early morning hours. Many of the runaway bovines scattered on the freeway, clogging traffic and causing at least 4 wrecks, according to Sandy Springs Police. The cowboys were called in to help steer the young bulls into captivity.
Today has been an adventure. You know, I got the phone call about 4:15 this morning. The state called and said, is there any way possible you can get out here?
Scott Brown and his cowboys from Northeast Georgia Livestock were called in by the state, spending the day helping police, animal control, and others catch what he described as young bulls, each weighing 400 to 500 pounds.
They were headed to Cartersville, to a farm up there. I don't know the name of the farm, but they're at Calhoun Stockyard right now.
A herd of 89 were in the truck when it overturned. Brown says most were captured in a few hours after snarling traffic. 10, he says, were killed in the accident, and 2 eluded the lasso until the last was hauled in around 8 tonight.
It's the last one of the day. Last count we had were 89 on the truck. This is number 89 right here.
That's got to feel good.
Oh yeah, we're glad that it came to an end finally.
It's been a lot of hard work because we saved a lot of cattle. It was laying down in that truck that were turned over. We saved that if it would have took a long time, they would have all died.